Right, we've got a family carers factoid, and it's amazing, it really is. You know when I do some parmesan on a spaghetti bowl at home, and there's this like, intense meat flavour, you can tell us why.
Well, it's called umami, discovered by Japanese scientists. So this is why we use Marmite, because it gives an umami flavour. Umami comes from the verb ume in Japanese, which means delicious. Umami translated directly means pleasant meaty taste. And that's what it does. The parmesan adding to it, it's the amino acids and the cultures in there that actually make it taste fresher. So you can use it with mushrooms, soy is another one, you can use soy sauce. We're going to do tomato sauce later, and you will see that adding a bit of soy sauce to it brings out the tones of the tomato. But yeah, umami, chefs use it to fool people's palates. And that's why when you put Marmite on your roast, it suddenly becomes this wondrous thing.
And you mentioned mushroom ketchup as well, didn't you?
Yeah, mushroom ketchup. So you can make ketchup using mushrooms, use some tomatoes and some mushrooms, and you cook it down with caramel. It's all those caramel tones that you normally get when you have a really beautiful roasted joint. There's some real technical words for it. It's called the Maillard principle, where you caramelise the sugars on meat. That's why it goes all crispy. That's why crispy meat tastes so much better.
Cool. Pasta time then, yeah?
Pasta time. So, normally when you cook pasta, you boil it in some water, and it can be a little bit insipid. If you overcook it, it's no good. The great thing about this is we're just using a bog standard stock cube. So that's going to go into some water. And again, you can use this time and time again, so you can actually keep the stock, cool it down and put it in the fridge, or you can put it in the freezer. We're going to take some pasta from the co-op, and we're just going to put it in there, and we're just going to cook it. Now, this will just give you more flavour. It'll be so much more enhanced, and the great thing about it is you don't just have to use, normally when you cook pasta you add something to it, you add a sauce or anything. By cooking it in the stock, you're actually giving more flavour into it, and you can get some vegetables with a potato peeler and just peel them into there, so you can have some strands of
so you've got your carbs, veg.
Absolutely.
And you don't always have to have that meat.
No, you don't, and that's the great thing about it. But also is that you can do it all in one pan. So there's a little washing up, and chefs don't like to wash up as much as anyone else does.
See, when I cook pasta, I don't really like pasta, but when I cook it, I get that sort of flavour of hot water.
Yeah, well, because basically, most pastas are dried, so you're just rehydrating them with whatever you're cooking it in. So if you're cooking it in salted water, it's going to get salted water, whereas the stock, you're going to push some flavour in there. And the grain, you can cool it down afterwards, and you can mix some mayonnaise with it. You can actually make a pasta salad for the next day. So when you're cooking dinner, you can actually cook enough for you for the night, put it in the fridge, and then you can make a cold pasta salad with some tomatoes, etc. tomorrow. So it really is a universal product that you can use for several dishes throughout a day.
Brilliant.
So the pasta's been boiling in the stock, it's nearly ready. So Nick, you've got your
You've armed me with a carrot and one of these.
I don't know how safe I'm going to be.
Right, let's get on with the pasta's nearly done, isn't it?
Yes, pasta's nearly done, so the carrots won't take very long, but you can do with any vegetables, carrots, celery, swede, potato, if you want to add different things to it, whatever you like. Even chuck a handful of frozen peas in there as well. Did
you eat carrots when you were a little boy?
No.
Apparently there is something, they do actually help you see in the dough.
Are you sure? That's not
I read it online.
Urban legend.
I read it online, it must be true.
They should keep you away from Google.
How many ribbons do we want? As many
or as little as you want, depending how vegified you'd like it. And again, if you want, you can slice some strips of meat really thinly and put it in there. The idea of this is you can do it all in one pan. You're not having to. Did you just drop the big piece in there?
Might have done.
I think we might need to fish that out.
That could be a choking hazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a lump of carrot in there.
It was quite a lump of carrot. It's more the naughty schoolboy look on your face when it disappeared. Where's it gone?
It's in there somewhere. It's definitely in there, Jeremy.
Okay, fine. So we're just going to bring it up to the boil. Those carrots are going to take very little time to cook. Again, sliced mushrooms in there. You can do vegetarian options, really thin pieces of chicken. Bring it up to the boil. Cook it for about 2 or 3 minutes. The great thing is it's all in one pan.
And the hot water what does the hot water do to the carrot? Does that make it very soft?
It just cooks it. So you can do it. If you want to do a really nice, you can also make a coleslaw in the morning. So you can grate some carrots and cabbage and onion, mix it in with the pasta, and you've got a great little snack for a tub that you can take wherever you want.
And really filling, as you said.
Yeah, and great. It's good carbs, good energy, also good vegetables. And again, the stock, you can keep it and then use it again and again. Just put it in the freezer. If you're going to keep it in the fridge 2 or 3 days, you can use it again. But if you freeze it, you've got whatever shelf life you've got in your freezer.
Perfect.
So now we've got this cooked, so all we're going to do is, I found your big piece of carrot. All we're going to do is drain the pasta. And again, this is another trick. If you really want to make this something special, we can refer to our old friend.
We're talking Marmite. Are we talking Marmite again?
We're talking Marmite. So again, if you just want a little bit more flavour to it, you can add this to pasta. As I said, you can add it to your potato or anything. I've got my gloves on, so make sure you've washed your hands, as Nick said earlier. We're just going to mix it in. Also gives it a nice little glossy. Another thing, it stops the pasta sticking together. Yeah. So Nick, I'll give you a spoon. You want to play mother?
Yeah, we'll do.
If you want to serve it up, and you can serve a nice little portion up.
There we go.
Try and get some more carrots in.
Yeah, no, I will. Yeah. We've got a little bit more carrot. You should have taken that lump out, Jeremy. You know, that lump was going to come in handy.
But again, you can see you can put everything through it. Nice little portion. If you want to add some tomato sauce, which we'll do in a later series, you can add some tomato sauce to it. But there, you've got a nice, quick and simple snack. This probably took us 10 minutes from putting the stock cube in, boiling the pasta, grating. Super quick and easy. And if you chill it down, you can use it the next day. Put it in a bag and leave it in the fridge.
Looks good.
Very, very simple and very easy.
Time for a fork. Look at this. I mean, really. I've let you down, Jeremy.
It's all right.
So Tesco.